gentlemen, welcome to my channel, Discover with Sheila. In today's episode, we're going to talk about something very interesting. I don't know about you, but I personally believe in New Year's resolutions a lot. I always write down what I'd like to achieve in a year, and mostly I'll go through as the year is flowing along to see how I'm doing. Naturally, that's how I am. Even at the workplace, I have my diary that I write my itinerary for the day, and then during lunchtime, I go to check what I've done, give myself time to see what I have to do before the day ends. I put a similar thought in planning my year. But one of the things I've realized over the past few years is that I do not consider the what ifs. So in planning your year, a lot of things can happen. Uncertainties, career change, financial breakdown, emotional breakdown, a lot of things can happen that affects the year. Eventually, it affects your plan. It affects the flow of achieving your dreams. But most of the time, we do not consider that. Well, this is from my personal experience. Most of the time, I do not consider that. And today, that's what I'm going to talk about. I saw this beautiful article on LinkedIn, and I like to pitch in from that point of view. So the article was about the 12 red flags in creating New Year's resolution. So I'm going to pick them one after the other to share my personal opinion on how sometimes I fall the victim to some of these red flags. It could help you as you're starting your year. It could help you along the way. So just feel free and share your thoughts in the comment section on how you feel about these 12 red flags, yeah? Okay. So the first one is setting unrealistic goals. Goals set too high lead to a quick burnout. Sometimes when you're setting the year's target, you go way above and beyond. I personally believe in pushing yourself and trying to achieve more than 100%. But sometimes, if the goals are unrealistic, you know for sure that you cannot do this in the first 3 months. You cannot do this in the first quarter. But you put yourself under that unrealistic target. It puts a lot of pressure on you, and eventually you will not be able to achieve it because you get frustrated. You get that feeling like you're not there. You're pushing and you're forcing yourself to let that happen. So that's one of the first red flags that sometimes I personally fall victim to. 2. So the second point the article talked about was no action plan. So lacking steps to achieve the goal stalls progress. Sometimes we set targets for ourselves, but we do not put any action plans to it. So like I was explaining in my introduction, when I put my yearly resolution down, I break them down into quarters. And then I break them further down into monthly action points, where I pick it every month to see what I can achieve within a month for that particular set goal. It is very important for us to put down action points if we want to get to the top. Otherwise, along the line, we will not have anything to look up to. So point number 2, don't forget to put some action plans to your goals. Number 3, all or nothing. Sometimes we like to have all the things to ourselves. Like our target is to have it all or have nothing at all. You would eventually not achieve anything because that approach or that mindset is too rigid. It doesn't give you flexibility to create room for other things to happen or for other opportunities. You know, in setting your goals, sometimes what you plan does not align with what actually happens. And so thinking that you need to have all or nothing creates room for you to get stuck, right? And that is the third red flag. In creating your 2025 resolution, do not do that. Point number 4, too many goals. Too many goals. I am a victim of that. I mean, sometimes when the year opens up, you want to achieve a lot within the year. It is okay to dream big. It is okay to have multiple dreams at a time. But wanting to achieve all of them within a set time period can be frustrating and you will not be able to achieve your goals. So the article talks about how it becomes overwhelming when you have too many goals without spreading them out evenly. Point number 5. The fifth red flag, which I found very interesting, is lack of support. Now, in creating your 2025 resolution, you should have a lot of support. Thankfully, I do have a lot of support. In making my career decisions, I have multiple professionals who are in high positions that I talk to. How did you get here? How do I achieve this? How do I manage this situation? Because mind you, whatever you would like to achieve has been done before by somebody. So you need that kind of support to help you to push through. So if you want to make a career change, you need to speak with the right people who are in the industry to guide you as to what you need for you to attain that potential career pathway you would like to go. One of the support factors that people do not recognize is the networks that you have. And that comes back to the kind of people you link up with. Who do you find within your circles that can help you push your dream, that can help you push your goals? You need to be very intentional this year about the kind of people that you have in your network. They will help you make it to the top or not. The next point on the article was negative motivation. So the kind of things that you say to yourself goes a long way to affect the outcome. Yeah. I believe that whatever you say, you get. The Bible tells me that death and life lies in the power of the tongue. And so do not speak down on yourself. Okay? It can be overwhelming, it can be frustrating. That's why we're having this discussion, because we always don't put the what ifs in our ears. If it doesn't go well, do not speak down on yourself. Do not look down on yourself. If you fall 10 times, you need to make sure that you're rising up 10 times. Now, that is the power to ensure that you get to the top. If you fall and you stay down there, obviously you will be there, but time will be running. Don't speak bad about yourself. When you make a mistake, every mistake is a new style. Make sure that you're picking yourself up, circle back, and then focus on your plan for the year 2025. Another important thing that the article mentioned was procrastination habits. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, let's do it next week. I'll take the course at the end of the month. Oh, I do not have too much money. Let's do it when I get enough money. There's nothing like having enough to achieve what you want to do or what you want to become. Start small. Stop giving excuses. Start small. Dream big, but start small. Make sure that you are able to take a step at a time. Don't leave anything behind. Do not procrastinate. Do not waste time in making a decision. Take that risk. Take that bold step. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, we try again. But stop postponing your agendas. Make sure that you are within the right timeline and you're doing it according to your pace. But don't hold back. Another red flag was no tracking, so lack of progressive checks. And I think this leads to the other point that we talked about. I think the second point, which said no action points. Yeah. So if you're not tracking what you're doing, then you're not accountable to what you want to achieve. I mean, it's your personal goal. However, you're looking forward to an expected outcome, right? So it's very important for you to be checking and tracking how your plans are going. At some point, you may need to re-strategize. If you have to go back to the drawing table, do so. But make sure that you have a track and then you are making progress along the way. Another important point from the article was perfectionism trap. Sometimes you like things to be 100% perfect. Personally, I don't have that kind of notion or motive when I'm putting things together. I always create room for things to fall out because some things are inevitable. You would never foresee it happening. So for me, creating my 2025 goals, I don't expect everything to be perfect. I expect it to go well. If it doesn't go well, make sure that you move on. Don't be too hard on yourself. Now, this is very important. Comparing to others. Comparing to others. I believe in healthy competition, 100%. That you see your colleague going higher in life, you see your brother moving higher in life, you see your friends achieving greater things for themselves. I am 100% happy when people are going up and they are moving forward in life. I'm very happy. One of the things that has helped me in my life, I do not compare myself with anybody. I'm not in competition with anybody whatsoever. I do things that make me happy. And since I started thinking that way, I've lived a very happy life. Because the fingers are not equal. So I don't expect to be the same as my colleague. I don't expect my marriage to be the same as my colleague. I don't expect my finances to be the same as others. I would rather find out strategies that made them achieve what they had at a point. Now, mind you, sometimes somebody's strategies would work for that particular person, but it might not work for you. So for me, in listening to people, in sharing opinions, having conversations, I pick up the good things that would work for me. But I'm never in competition with anybody. Do not compare yourself with others. Yes, if people are making it to the top, be happy for them. Find out how they got to the top. Look at your strategy. If it works with you, pick up all the positive, nitty-gritties, add it to what you have, and then make sure that you are becoming the best version for yourself. Another point raised in the article was ignoring self-care. Ignoring self-care. So this year, there's something that I'm doing also in terms of my finances. It's very interesting that this point came up. I have a target this year for my finances, something I'm doing on the side. And sometimes because of that, I don't buy certain things lately. Like, I do not buy frivolous things. And my husband is like, because you're saving this kind of money, you don't even want us to enjoy any longer. Yeah. And sometimes it happens that you have a target that you do not even want to take care of your own self. Hey, chill, grab a glass of beer, enjoy your life. See, life is too short. It's good to have plans, but it's very important to take care of yourself. It's very important to make sure that you're looking out for your own self. Make sure that you're getting your health checked. Make sure that you're going to the gym. Make sure that you're hanging out with the right people. That is very important. The kind of people that you hang around with makes you glow. Make sure that you are growing spiritually. Faith is very important for me. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. When someone sees you, there should not be stress written all over your face or frustration written all over your face just because you want to achieve a gargantuan something at the end of the year. Tell your neighbor, be calming down. Be calming down. Gradually, you'll be able to achieve your dreams. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you're happy. Make sure that you're doing things that makes you happy. For me, for example, this YouTube channel makes me very happy. Sitting behind the camera and speaking with people I don't even know who is watching makes me excited to know that, okay, whether I'm making sense or not, I'm saying something and I have a YouTube channel and I'm happy about it. Take care of yourself and make sure that you're happy, and your happiness will go a long way to help you achieve your goals in 2025. And the last point that came up was rigid timeline. I think that one is also linked with the perfectionism trap. So sometimes we have very rigid timeline. I want to get this at a certain time. You know you don't have the funds for it. Yo, take it in bits. Move it to June. Okay? It's okay to move things to June. It's even okay to move things to December. There are 12 months in a year. So don't give yourself too much tight space that you don't even have room to breathe. Make things easy for yourself, and you have a happy 2025. Well, these were the 12 red flags. I found it very interesting. I said, oh, let me share with all my subscribers and people watching around the world. 2025 for me personally seemed to be a very good year. I have a very good feeling about this year. I know I'll come back at the end of the year to talk about these same things that we've discussed here today. If you're setting some goals for yourself, make sure that you just do you, be you. You're not in competition with anybody. You have the whole year. But one important thing is that you don't know what tomorrow brings. So make sure that you're living in the moment. Make sure that you're enjoying every bit of your resolution point, of you achieving your goals. Celebrate small wins. Buy a bottle of wine. Go home after Friday. Sit, enjoy. Travel. Take a weekend out. Grab a friend. Tell somebody you love them. See, in doing these little things for yourself, you become the better version of yourself. Well, I wish you all the best in 2025. If you haven't subscribed yet, it should be part of your 2025 resolutions to subscribe to my channel. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my points. These are all my personal opinions. So you have my comment section is open. Tell us what you think about some of these 12 red flags. And take care.